What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 news update. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the brand new trailer, which showcased the Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit. But as well as that, we're also going to be talking about new details on the character creator, as well as potential characters that we might see in the game. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first up, let's talk about the character creator. Now, obviously in previous LEGO Marvel games, we've had the ability to be able to take a character's head and change its base color, and we will be able to do that in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 as well, which is awesome. So for example, you could take Spider-Man's mask and make it pink if you wanted to. Again, you know, that's quite a small feature, but if you think about that feature and combine it with all the new things we can do, it's only going to add to the possibilities, to the things you'll be able to create with this character creator. We also got the confirmation of weapons, so as well as all the really cool powers which we'll be talking about in a second, we also have weapons. Now the only weapon that is confirmed is a pistol. Now personally I think this is really cool because while it is just one weapon, it makes you think you'll be able to make these super powerful characters with the appearance of Star-Lord and the powers of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, but you'll also be able to make these normal characters, characters like a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent or the Punisher or Daredevil or something like that, just a character with no powers but weapons. And I think that's really great because it will allow the player to be able to make exactly what they want to make. They'll have an idea in their mind and they'll be able to bring that idea to life with this character creator. Very, very cool. Now onto the powers. So they are going all out on the powers with the character creator in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Of course, the very first thing that they announced was the fact that we can now make a character and then choose the powers. We don't have to have, for example, Spider-Man's mask to be able to have Spider-Man powers. You could take, for example, Star-Lord's entire outfit and just make that and have Spider-Man powers if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you what you want to make with this character creator, which is very, very cool. One of the new things that has been confirmed is you can have two powers. So for example, you could be able to fire a beam but also use telekinesis, and it doesn't stop there. When you actually choose to be able to fire a beam as a character, you get the option to choose whether it fires from your hands or your eyes, so it only adds to the possibilities. You can choose where you want that power to come from that character, which is just awesome. And going back to telekinesis for a second, I think it's really great that is going to be in the game, because to me that feels like a small confirmation that Scarlet Witch will be in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. I mean, she was great in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, she was amazing in Civil War, and she'll be incredible in Infinity War, I'm sure. So I'm pretty certain that Marvel will want to promote this character in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, and hopefully we'll get to see Quicksilver return in this game as well, because he was so much fun to be able to play as in LEGO Marvel's Avengers. Last bit of news on the character creator, we now also know that you can customize your jump ability. So as I said, you can really go into detail on what powers you want, how they act and things like that, but we also now know you can choose what you want as your jump ability. So for example, you can choose whether you want your character to have a double jump or be able to fly or web swing, and if you choose the hyper jump ability, you can combine that with flight. So like for example, in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, you see Iron Man do a boost into the air, or if you choose web swinging, you'll be able to basically use the slingshot ability that we of course also saw in the Spider-Man DLC for LEGO Marvel's Avengers, which is just awesome. I mean, like I've already said, this character creator already sounds incredible, and we're not even, you know, that close to launch yet. It's quite a few months away and it's only going to get better, but I just really hope they'll get to showcase it in a trailer or something at some point, because I need to see this in action because it sounds amazing. Next up, we're going to be talking about two teased characters. Now, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up here, so I just want to make this perfectly clear. Neither of these characters are confirmed to appear in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. But I did find the teasers really interesting and definitely worth talking about in this video. So the first tease we have is when asked if Spider-Ham is going to be in the game, Arthur said, "You'll have to wait and see when it comes to characters, winky face." Now obviously we know Arthur Parsons, he doesn't give us a yes or a no, because when they actually reveal that character, it's even more exciting to see them in the game. But personally, I think Spider-Ham stands a very high chance at appearing in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, because he's been requested a lot. I've seen his name, you know, on Twitter and in the YouTube comments quite a few times already. A lot of people want to see this version of Spider-Man in the game, and of course this game is all about different versions of characters. We've got Spider-Man Noir, we've got an Old West Captain America, so I'm pretty sure that we might see Spider-Ham. I'm not saying for definite we will, but I think he definitely stands a chance at appearing in this game. Now, the other character that has been teased is actually the Spider-Man villain, Scorpion. So, basically, when asked if Scorpion will be in the game, Arthur replied by saying, "You'll have to wait and see, winky face." Now, again, you know, it's neither a yes or a no, but if I had to choose between which one is more likely to be in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, Spider-Ham or Scorpion, I definitely say Scorpion. And the reason I'm so certain he'll be in the game is because he already has his own LEGO minifigure. You know, these characters, when they already have their own LEGO minifigures, they're pretty much guaranteed to be in the game. We've already, of course, seen that Green Goblin from the new LEGO sets is in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. So I'm pretty certain that Scorpion's going to be in the game. And I hope he is, because I love the Marvel character Scorpion. I think he's an awesome Spider-Man villain, and I just love to play as him. I was actually shocked to see that he wasn't in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 1, because that game really had pretty much all the Spider-Man villains you could think of. You had Kraven, Green Goblin, Venom, Carnage, Doc Ock, you know, just so many characters. So who knows, maybe they're going to top it this time around. Maybe we'll have all of the Sinister Six and all of the Spider-Man villains. That would be amazing. And of course, you know, this game is all about different versions of characters. So maybe we'll see the Ultimate Maximus Gargan version of Scorpion. Maybe we'll see Ultimate Scorpion. Or maybe, and this would be really cool, maybe when you hold down triangle, you can actually turn into the Mac Gargan Venom. Now that would be amazing. And last but most certainly not least, the final thing that we need to do is, of course, break down the Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit trailer. Now, personally, I, for one, am thrilled to see that this suit is in the game because I absolutely loved it in the movie. I mean, it's just such a simple but brilliant design, and I've always been a huge fan of every hero's starter suits, so I'm definitely very happy about this, and I'll absolutely be using this suit a lot in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. So the first thing that I noticed in this trailer was the Statue of Liberty now, of course, has the face of Kang the Conqueror. Now, this is really interesting because in one of my previous videos, I talked about how in the Hydra part of Chronopolis, we could see that Kang has changed all the billboards to be pictures of him. So the fact that he's also changing landmarks as well is pretty hilarious. And I'm certain that the Statue of Liberty isn't the only thing he's changed. But of course, we will just have to wait and see. We can also see a vehicle flying through the sky, which of course I've circled here, and this confirms that there will of course be AI traffic in the game, which was a pretty obvious thing that we all expected, because TT Games did confirm that what we saw at E3 was a very work in progress build. But hopefully after seeing that, it will put a lot of minds at ease, because personally I think Chronopolis is looking much better now, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in the final build of the game. Now in this shot right here, we can of course see Spider-Man swinging through Manhattan in his homemade suit, but if you actually look very carefully, you can see Iron Man in the background, which I've circled here. Now, we only get a really brief look at him here, but from what I can see, Tony actually looks to be wearing the Mark XLVII Iron Man suit, which is of course seen in Spider-Man Homecoming, and I absolutely love that suit because of course it is inspired by the Ultimate Iron Man costume, which is pretty cool. Now, I can't confirm that this is the suit in the shot for definite, but I will say I'm very sure of it, because as you can see from this picture right here, this suit actually has grey on the suit, which isn't present on any other Iron Man minifigures. And if you look very closely at the Iron Man in this shot, it looks very similar. Again, I can't say for certain, but you know, if you think about it, we already have Spider-Man Homecoming, you know, normal suit. We've now got the homemade suit, so I really do feel like the Mark XLVII Iron Man suit is likely to be in the game as well. Here we see Spider-Man yet again swing through Manhattan in his homemade suit, and we get another great look at the AI traffic in the game. We can see, of course, from this shot right here that there are civilian and taxi vehicles on the ground level, while in the air they have mini ships. Could be Kree, could be 2099 related, hard to tell right now, but they definitely look really cool. We can also see one of the civilian cars appears to have skid off the road, which is interesting because I actually read in a recent interview that someone was swinging around ancient Egypt as Spider-Gwen and noticed a taxi cab leave New York City and actually fall into a sand pit right by the Sphinx. So I think the traffic will probably have a few little funny accidents in the open world. But I think what's most exciting about this is not only does it confirm that you'll be able to play as different characters and take them to different timelines and dimensions, but the AI itself will also cross into these different worlds. So you might see, for example, 1930s cars cross into modern day New York City, or 2099 flying vehicles cross into the Old West. Very, very cool. Not much to say here, but of course homemade Spidey can obviously shoot webs in the game. We saw it in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes, we saw it in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, and of course it's returning in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Very cool. Here we see Spidey performing brand new swing and kick web shoot moves on the Vulture. Speaking of which, classic Vulture confirmed. Now, this is obviously extremely exciting, but I've seen some comments from people online who are a little worried about Homecoming Vulture. Well, don't worry, because if you think about it, we already know that the Spider-Man Homecoming suit is going to be in the game. We now know the homemade suit is in the game. The Mark XLVII suit looks to be in the game as well, so Vulture and Shocker can't be far behind. I'm sure both their classic versions and their MCU versions will be in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. The last thing that we see in this trailer is Spider-Man's idle animation and the return of the super jump ability. So his idle animation in the homemade suit basically involves him getting webbing stuck to his face, which is really cool because this kind of references that this is Peter in his early days. He's gonna make silly mistakes like that. Great to also see the super jump return because I, and I'm sure many of us, loved that feature in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, so it's awesome to see it return, especially now that we also have a swing boost ability to go along with it. TT Games are clearly going all out on Spidey this time around, and I absolutely love that. Can't wait to see more Spider-Man content in this game. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously lots of Spider-Man content there, but if that's not enough, don't worry. This Saturday we've of course got San Diego Comic-Con coming up, and Arthur Parsons has promised that we're going to get tons of news there. Apparently even a brand new trailer, so lots of really cool stuff to look forward to. Anyway guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.